How strongly did you feel about the mastectomy?
It was really nice. It was so good because I'd been wearing a binder, you know, since I was 22. So, you know, finally I could take my shirt off. I could, you know, I could breathe. I didn't have this binder around me all the time. And I never even took an aspirin for that surgery. It just didn't hurt. It felt so good just to have that off. You know.
So that got rid of whatever breast development you had and brought the body more into conformity with the way you perceived yourself.
Right.
Well then, what's happened in terms of your relationship with partners since then?
A year after my mastectomy, I moved out of my apartment in the neighborhood that I had been living in San Francisco, moved to a new neighborhood, and met some new friends that didn't know about my past, didn't know that I had once been a female. And met my next boyfriend, and we were buddies for about 3 months, and I was very sexually attracted to him, and we were buddies for about 3 months when I thought, hey, if, you know, I'm going to have to tell this guy if I'm ever going to, you know, get anything going with him, and I was encouraged because he was quite a bit younger than me. He was 10 years younger than me. So he was just 21 years old, and I was like 31. And he asked me if I would go into the porno bookstore for him and get some of these she-male magazines for him, because he was too embarrassed to go in. And these were the, you know, the transvestite kind of magazines that he found sexually exciting. So that encouraged me to think, well, you know, if he's turned on by this, maybe he won't be too freaked out to find out that, you know, I'm a man with a vagina. And he wasn't. He was not upset about it. And in fact, you know, about a month after I told him about it, he moved in with me and we began living together. And we had a relationship for about 5 years, lived together.
Can you give us the details of what the anatomy of that relationship was? I mean...
Well, I guess he saw himself as being bisexual, and but he never told our mutual friends that I had been a female. So in their eyes, he was a male, and to me, I was really excited about that because for the first time, I felt like I was really in a male-male relationship.
And from a sexual point of view, what form did that take?
We would do everything. We would have vaginal intercourse. Again, I had been very used to, over the years, just fantasizing myself as a male and just continued to do that.
And you could reach an orgasm that way? What about anal sex? Was that part of the picture? Did you have any particular preference for one over the other?
Oh, I definitely liked the anal much better because that, you know, played into the fantasy even more. That was what I wanted to do.
What about oral sex? Was that?
He never tried to, and I was glad, perform oral sex on me. He never attempted to do that. And that had never been exciting for me anyway. But, you know, I would definitely do him.
Did you feel about yourself, so to speak, half male and half female, or part male and part female, so to speak?
Well, I think I just enjoyed myself from the waist up. There was not, you know, there's not too many people in your life that see you naked from the waist down. And so, like I say, I was very selective about the kind of people that I would expose myself to. And in my sexual activities, just pretty much continued with the same, in the same psyche that I had been my whole life in my fantasy that I was a male, and of course my chest being flat and the effects of the hormones enhanced that fantasy and helped me in that way, so that it was easier for me to relax. And I just pretended the rest was there, just fantasized as I always had been.